And we're live.
Let's give them something to talk about. I see the energy running out. I got a planet to run around. Okay. You ain't do nothing but run your mouth. No, I don't want to.
Okay. So we have all the audio going through the Rodecaster. We've got the camera going through the camera, and it's all going through one computer. Anybody listening, please post and say yes is good.
For Jamie's sake, please.
Yes.
So I'm going to sit over here and sulk. Thinking about this. The interesting thing about this podcast, by the way, while we invited a guest and we're now completely embarrassed that we have.
It works. We're good.
Yes.
Look at us. Third time is the charm.
Thank you.
So this is
perfect.
Podcast.
See, she's positive about it. It's good.
Yeah, and it's a good thing I spent 45 minutes creating a nice cover sheet that's not on it,
Which we can add later.
that said take 2 from Madison.
I said take 2.0.
We thought about doing this every day at one point. We were going to do every day, and we do that. Thank God.
Yeah. Although we might have worked out all the bugs earlier.
We were in
on.
the middle of the 5K, and it was a great idea. And we had runners going. We had views of runners coming in one camera, going out the other camera. It was a great conversation. Then we realized that we didn't mute our mic on the computer, which gave us reverb and all that shit. And now finally, near the last workout of the games, we've got it, and we're doing a broadcast from the games from the RV park, and we're sitting in the back of a trailer doing it, and we're good to go. And Zia's here, and Zia's a 10-year plus affiliate owner. How long has your affiliate been open?
14 years.
14 years, and she's in San Diego, actually in Encinitas. Beautiful Encinitas, by the way. If anybody hasn't been there, vacation down there, get an Airbnb. It's absolutely unbelievable.
We're planning on making a trip down to San Diego.
Totally
I'm definitely
should.
going to be coming.
I know where you can work out.
I'm looking forward to it, to be honest with you.
CrossFit Counterculture is a very well-known gym especially in Southern California. And Zia and I have been on a couple of podcasts together, but more recently we were in the affiliate lounge at the CrossFit Games with 2 other 10-year plus affiliate owners. One of them international, Ollie from Bath, England. He was great. Spearheaded by Daniel Chaffee, who runs the international program for CrossFit. And we just had some great questions.
We did. It was a great time.
I heard you broke a few mics too.
He did. He
So
broke
this is not just the sole
There's a
only
theme going on here. There's definitely a theme.
Yes. And as I told, and so we'll talk a little bit about that. And we can talk a little bit about the games. Everybody's watching the games, and we're going to get you back. This podcast will be done so you can get back to the last event, because Zia wants to go to, and Jamie want to go to the Coliseum, and I'm going to go to the Coliseum so we can see that last event, because the leaderboard is changing as we speak.
Every workout.
It's unbelievable.
It's been so good to watch.
It's been one of the best leaderboard games ever.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the affiliate lounge in the 10-year arena. What was really cool about it, these are, I think the average was like 14 years of all of us.
Yeah.
And as I sat there, as they asked the questions, I was always a little nervous because I want to give good information, and I don't want to sound like I know what I'm talking about and not, just spouting off bullshit. But what was fascinating to me was how like-minded all of us were when we gave the answers. And I just asked you this question, but I want to talk about it again because it was kind of cool. Do you think that our answers are the same because of who was picked to be there, or because we've been at it so long, 10 years plus, that we've kind of cracked the code, and the code is what basically that we're telling them?
I think it is. I mean, you and I are a lot alike as far as the way we run our business. However, I do talk to a lot of affiliates, and I do think over the years we kind of evolved to kind of similar successful combinations for sure on how to run the affiliate, and then
kind of figure out
way.
like best practices.
And you, over the years, I think I've changed my onboarding or elements program a dozen times.
Oh yeah,
and
same.
You're always like, I think we can do this better, but over time, you talk to the double-digit affiliate owners, and we all kind of are like, oh yeah, that's where we landed. That's what we're doing.
I would encourage, if you're affiliate owner and you're less than 10 years and you're struggling, even if you're over 10 years and you're struggling, or you got issues that you're not sure about and you need a second opinion, just figure out, go on the affiliate maps or go somewhere and figure out, find one of these affiliate owners, call Zia, call me, message us, direct message us. I know she'll respond to it. I will respond to it. Other affiliate owners will. And ask, because you're right. We've probably all had, like, if I tell you a story that happened at Diablo about some random issue we had, you'd probably go, yeah, I had a situation just like that.
I did that. Yeah. There's always, something. I've made every mistake in the book. So if you want to talk about it.
Yeah. We've gone through it. And I like that you described your on-ramp program. We've changed ours multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially when we're adjusting to, certain circumstances like the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like we went through a big shift. I mean, like we talked about this at the OG party. Like there was so many people that came through our gym that were from like 24-hour fitness that shut down, and they're like just finding a spot, but it's like they're not necessarily a part of the community yet, so they don't understand like the flow in how we do things.
Not at all.
So
yeah, they're like pulling benches out in the middle of the class. We can't do that. It's upper body day. This is what we're doing.
It's back and buys right now.
The cool thing about affiliates, and Don Fall, the CEO, gets this because I've heard him say these things, and I think all of the CrossFit HQ gets it. So if you're affiliate owner, you can kind of take a sigh of relief. They do not want all affiliates to be the same. They want us all to have some standards with respect to customer experience, meaning someone greets them with a smile when they walk in the door, makes them feel welcome. Mm-hmm. There is some sort of an introduction program so that they can learn the movements, whatever that format that takes. And then there is in class, there's a warm up, there's a workout instruction, there's skill instruction during the class, and then there's a cool down afterwards.
Cool down where you bring the class together and you continue that camaraderie.
What works for Zia and her community in Encinitas, and this is really cool. I actually going to tell this story because you told it to me yesterday. I literally was like a little bit what when we were sitting out here in front of the RV. She has open gym. She has an open gym. Her gym is literally like, if you went down there, I think it probably looks a hell of a lot like ours too, because we have a separate area where we allow open gym too, and we allow our members to reserve that open gym spot for an hour and a half. And then we have opening and closing procedures. She said same thing, but she has about 50 open gym members, if you don't mind me saying that. And they can come at all hours of the day. She has a key-based program where they can gain access. But she said even during the day in Encinitas, there might be a time when you'll go into the gym and there might be no staff there.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So it's like a Snap Fitness kind of idea, right?
Yeah. You just
hey, whatever works works.
No.
Right?
Well, there's been times at Diablo accidentally where we didn't have anybody there in the middle of the day.
Yeah. If I need a coffee, I leave the gym.
Really? Do you leave the doors open though?
We leave all the doors open from 5 a.m. until 8 p.m. And so there's shift changes between 1 and 3 where there isn't necessarily a staff there.
Got it.
But the gym stays open, and we are in a very unique situation for, I'm from Baltimore. I would not be doing that.
But then again, if there's members in the gym, it's probably going to be okay. Like your members at this point, right? It's just like our members know what to do.
Yeah.
Like they'll pick up the ball and go with it.
Yeah.
Especially if you have like, all there. And the coach is also in there, and somebody that's been through an L1, and it's like there's not a coach that's right there available. Like that person that has an L1 will just kind of take the lead and continue on.
Most definitely. So back to my point is that she has operates just a little bit differently for her area, and in every CrossFit affiliate, depending upon the geography, the neighborhood, who the owner is, because I think every community is a reflection of the owner and the type of person they are and what their own personal values are. And that's really freaking cool.
Yeah.
My mic is okay. I think it's something with the cord.
Yeah.
Isn't it like the most special concept about like the affiliate model versus like a franchise model? Because it's it's special to that location. It's special to that owner and their community, where you can kind of do what works best for you guys.
100%. And what's kind of cool about the bigger affiliates, I don't know if you experience this, but as you start getting, 300 plus members, you have little sub communities.
Yeah. That's a really good way to put it.
And that's a whole nother challenge.
Yeah.
It's a whole other opportunity as well to service more people with like different personalities.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't heard anyone talk about that directly, but that so happens. And it happens in ours.
Yeah.
So if you go at like 10 a.m., we have a more experienced clientele that have all become really good friends. And then in the evening, we have a group of people that like to do Spartan races and the Hydrox races, and they're always training. And they're asking, "Hey, can I use open gym because we want to practice our events that we're going to do?" And they've created the kind of their own community of those folks.
Yeah,
and it's not cliques.
No,
make that very clear.
I was going to say
clicks.
No.
That is unhealthy.
I love how you said it. Not
communities within the community, and it's the cool thing that happens.
And go ahead.
That's like kind of like an accident, just because like they become friends within that class or in that time zone, whatever time that they're coming to the gym, and they make like lifelong friends that way.
I would say, except for those pain in the ass Olympic weightlifters.
Until they start to come into class. I mean, let's use Gabe, for example, right? Gabriel, he's a 5 a.m.er. He was always an open gymmer, strongman. Yeah. I remember seeing him go out in the back area, and he would set up this PVC thing. It was like 13 feet tall and throw 50-pound sandbags over the thing. And just in the last couple months, he's a regular at the 5 a.m. class, which is, it's like he's just like, I'm tired of being by myself, and he's just like, I'm just gonna come in and work on getting fit. And it's such a cool thing to see that happen.
And I say that sarcastic about the Olympic weightlifters because that is an important part of our community as well. And those guys are just like, when they move and they do their stuff they're doing, and then when they do their competitions, the rest of our community kind of rallies around it. We publish information. So as an affiliate owner, let that stuff happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
keep an eye on it, obviously, making sure that everything's going well.
Oh, you have to manage community.
Yeah.
I got advice about that from another affiliate owner. As I started to get more and more members, I was like, I feel like cliques are forming. And a very wise affiliate owner, CJ Martin, kind of coached me on, there's a difference, and let it happen. And once you hit a certain amount of members, then
was he the one that said it's like a sub community versus a clique? Or is that something that you
I kind of just
claimed? Yeah.
I mean, he was just like, let it happen. But I was like,
it's funny because I love that. I haven't talked about it, and I'm going to talk about it to other affiliate owners too. Yeah, because it's really cool. It's a really good sign within the growth of because now you've got and I always say this: you want to get as many hooks in your members as possible. Like you want ultimately, on the business side of it, you want as many members coming and paying you every month as possible.
Is that how it works?
To keep them paying,
keep the doors open,
keep them paying. So I invited Zia. She's just as big a smart ass as I am. But you keep them paying. You get as many hooks in them as you can. And if they're part of a sub community, that's another hook. They're not going to leave that sub community. They don't want to be on the outs.
Yeah,
because it's really cool being a part of that. The Hydrox group. It's cool being part of Olympic Live. It's cool being part of the Strongman.
Local competitions,
local competitions, all that. That's great.
Yeah. And John really focused on that, and he made it very clear that he didn't want to change that. He just wanted everybody to be successful and make sure that everybody that joins CrossFit and tries CrossFit walks away and says, "Oh, that's what everybody's talking about."
If so the franchise model is not what they want, but they do what they do want are some standards. We talked about some of what those standards are. And what one thing I asked a question because he talked about accountability. And, when I hear accountability, I'm okay. Yeah. And one of the things I've said to CrossFit multiple times, I said it to Austin Meliolo, I said it to, a number of people. There's times when we've had members that have gone to other affiliates around the country and they come back and going, let me tell you about what happened.
That was not a good experience.
Yeah, we've had the opposite too, where they've gone and like, hey, such and such affiliates got cold plunge and a sauna.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, great. Thank you very much.
I feel like Don kind of nailed that down when he asked that question during the athlete affiliate gathering up in
He asked
yesterday.
He asked, yes.
How many of you would be cool with your family going to some random CrossFit affiliate?
Yeah.
And it's like, unless you know them, unless you know their best practices, it's like,
That bums me out.
it really is a bummer.
By the way, that's a bummer.
But there's a huge opportunity for growth
But
there,
Yes,
right?
it
there
made
is.
an excellent point because what did they say
Yes.
about the chain the weakest link,
Exactly.
right? So
Exactly. Yeah. That's
we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard because that CrossFit having a bad name is going to give us a bad.
But it's
Yes.
like not necessarily just holding ourselves to a higher standard. It's also holding the rest of the community.
Yeah.
Like we have control of ourselves, but it's like what's happening outside of your affiliate. How is that being consistent?
Yeah. And I've never spoken to an affiliate owner like Z or any others that are successful and said, hey, if someone called you, would you not talk to them? Absolutely not. They all would. But there was a period of time from, I want to say like 2013 to 2018 when we were all just didn't want to compete against other people. And we like felt annoyed if someone opened up 2 miles away. And you're just like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do my own thing. I don't need to, help someone else take my business away from me. And I think now after the pandemic, especially, I find that I'm certainly more eager to help other affiliates succeed and have the success that we're having. And I think other affiliate owners, especially longer term affiliate owners, are the same way.
I think there's a big correlation between the affiliate owners that are successful and stay in business and the ones that are communicating with each other. For sure. That community that we talk about in our gym, and we're always telling our members how important our community is. That community also goes for the same for us as affiliate owners.
That's a good point.
During the pandemic, we had
very well said.
We had weekly calls with local affiliate owners in our area just to kind of be like, all right, what's going on with you guys?
Yeah.
How many members do you have on hold? Like, who's got what problem? The affiliate owners that jumped on that call and were really present in those calls are here and standing today. And the ones that refused, they're not with us. There's a correlation between
the desire to help and want to ask for help and those that aren't here. And there's so many resources. This is the other thing now. There's no shortage of resources for affiliate owners now. And I encourage, I said this, so I'm glad we've gotten back to this topic because I had a long conversation with Fern at Best Hour Today, guys. At our party the other night, and he's super impressive, and what they do is amazing. And the guys, they do have the answers. They know. They've talked to him. They've been through this stuff. And I hooked him up with someone that was gonna that was retiring as a police officer in Pennsylvania. He wants to go back to his hometown. He's like, should I buy the affiliate that's near me that's for sale, or should I go home and open up my own back to his town in Michigan? And I go, you need to talk to this guy, Fern. Fern's like, let me talk to him. And he spent a half an hour with him and just filled
so rad.
Yes. So cool. And the thing about it is Fern's a long-time affiliate owner. So he knows.
He has a cold plunge in his gym, by the way.
Oh, so, right, see. And so it's really freaking cool. And he's here, and he's out here, he's a consultant.
Yeah.
And he gets paid for this stuff, but he gave him all kinds of free information that's going to help this guy make the right decision. So there's a ton of help. Like there's no excuse now. So all the way back to the accountability thing is Don said, I asked Don, okay, what are you guys going to plan on doing for accountability? What are you going to do for these affiliates that have only been around or that are where the bad experiences happen? How are you going to know which ones have the bad experience and are creating a bad experience? And he said, it's something we're working on, we're planning on, but one of the things we see ourselves doing right away is making it voluntary. And I was like, what does he mean by that? And he goes, if you want to have your affiliate assessed,
that you can
call us up and they're going to send out, basically they'll have a secret shopper come out or like a level 4, level 3 come out and give an assessment of what the experience is like.
Yeah. An audit.
And
that's right. They call it an audit.
The affiliate owner. Yeah. It's not like grading the affiliate.
Exactly.
It's like working with the affiliate owner to improve.
I mean, it's just
not to be scary.
That is a huge idea.
It's just like coaching.
Yes.
You need feedback to get better.
And
if you have somebody coming up,
it's like the level 2.
Yeah. It's having somebody come in with an objective mindset and just like, hey, this is where you could use some improvement. And I mean, I think everybody needs that.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I really, really do.
Oh man, that's it. And so then we got all the way around to the questions. We got around to the questions and he said, and this one guy goes, I've owned my affiliate 1 year. He goes, I want that audit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He was really hungry for it too.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just, what affiliate was that? Do you remember?
Oh, I know.
I don't remember the name, but he is officially the first. He was one of the first affiliates that joined the mentor program that CrossFit's launching.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
So
That is awesome.
Because they said that Don said that they were starting the audits. They were doing it overseas.
he
right?
started overseas.
Is that
or
what he said?
something. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they're starting overseas. Why not in the U.S.?
Well, just be like it's resources.
I feel like there's so many more
Well, of
resources
course.
here in the States,
And so Jamie and I
They're
talked.
trying to become more international.
which is important. Yeah.
But there's an opportunity there for the best hour of the day guys, for the fit affiliate guys, for the two brain business guys to offer up those
Mhm.
audits, just an audit
Just a service
with
yeah.
with a report. And I talked to Jamie Lee about maybe this is something we can do
with PRs all day.
with
yeah.
PRs all day. Like, hey, we'll have a coach come out though. And Yvonne, I was talking to Yvonne in the car. She goes, no, what you should have them do is from start to finish, have them reach out by email. Tell them you're going to do a drop-in, see what the drop-in experience is like, filling out a waiver, like the whole process.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That is a great idea. How many times do you hear like just joining a gym is hard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Getting somebody on the phone.
Yeah.
Right. And it shouldn't.
And what that experience is when you walk in.
Yeah. What
You know, like who's approaching you?
Yeah.
Is somebody being friendly
Is somebody approaching you?
Inviting?
So I think that audit process, and if you're an affiliate that wants one, find someone to do it for you. Like ask a friend to do it.
Yeah.
And really,
Yeah.
and then every affiliate owner, I think, knows what the experience should be like. So let's see if that's what they're getting
Yeah.
in that experience.
And make sure you're not in the building when it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the big catch. I mean, it's like we have a few people at our gym that'll provide some feedback, and not everybody knows that they're the ones providing feedback.
That's right. So the audit thing, I think that CrossFit's going to do, but the accountability, but they're interested, and then they dropped the new CrossFit maps, which does rank affiliates based upon certification levels,
Which is cool.
I don't know if it's a ranking or it's a point score. I haven't seen it yet, but I think that is. At first, it tweaked me a little bit. I'm like, what, really? Because all they're just trying to do is sell more certifications, and I'm like, well, more certifications will make better coaches.
I mean, you think about how many affiliates that have just level ones running classes.
And
how many gyms,
level ones can do great classes.
they can. And I mean, like it's just an example, right? And how many people have L2s that are coaching classes?
Yeah.
Like the level 2 is like really, if you were planning to coach, you should be going through your level 2. Like in my opinion,
Yes.
I think like that should be like standard. And if you want to take yourself to that next level 3, now you've officially become a trainer. And then the level 4 is like, how well do you want to improve on your own self?
Are all your coaches level 2?
I have all of my coaches except for one are level 2, and I will have 6 level 3s by the end of the year.
Awesome. That's amazing. Who's going on L4?
Damn.
I haven't even started tackling.
Six
I'm
level
practicing
level
it.
3s
Yeah.
though.
We'll have 6 level 3s by the end of the year.
She's whooping her ass, man.
I know.
I was going to say that. I was
No,
like,
I'm a level 3. I'm the I'm really the only.
Did Alessandra pass level 3?
I don't know. Has she taken her test yet?
I don't know. I think she did.
I know she's practicing
I
or
just
was
signed
studying
up,
for it.
so I haven't even taken it yet.
6. Damn.
I'm going to take it in 2 weeks.
So
Good for you. Yeah.
So
Good
we
luck.
had mostly level 1s, a few level 2s, and then I pulled up a neighboring CrossFit sweatshop, and they run a great shop, and they're about 2 miles away from us. Nabil Lincoln and his wife, and they run a great gym. And their community is distinctly different than ours, but a great gym. And I pulled up his coaching thing, his list of coaches, and they were all level 2s and level 3s.
Oh, really?
And that was when I decided that all of our Diablo coaches have to be level 2. And so it's an elevation. Like and CrossFitters are competitive.
Yeah.
But I want to rate that raises the bar. So Nabil positively influenced me and Diablo CrossFit and made CrossFit better, which is what he wants, because he wants people to come to my gym and have a good experience. He doesn't want people to have a shitty experience and 2 miles away from him.
Yeah.
And then they tell 10 of their friends that live in the area, don't go to CrossFit. They won't know the difference between Sweatshop and Diablo.
Yeah. They just think
They
CrossFit.
just
Yeah.
CrossFit.
He wants us to, and I want people to go to his gym to have a great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't mind that on the maps now. I thought about it at first. I was like, and then I realized, no, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So accountability, then the maps. And then I think eventually you're going to get to a point where they're going to, because CrossFit is doing so much and becoming, they're on this trajectory where they're headed up. I have a feeling that it's going to be harder to become a CrossFit affiliate. And if you're not doing a good job, it may be harder to retain your affiliation.
I like it.
So do I.
I'm okay with it too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely okay with it. And I like how they're not trying to make everyone the same. They're just like, do you, but do it well.
Do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Continue to practice virtuosity.
Yep. There is. Side note, at the party I learned, I talked to someone that was sitting on the airplane coming out here, sat next to the lead investor for Berkshire. And Berkshire is the investment private equity company that's invested in CrossFit, the people essentially that own CrossFit. And he said that as part of their due diligence process through the whole evaluating CrossFit and kind of seeing where it is versus the other fitness programs that are out there, they did a survey, and they surveyed SoulCycle, F45, Orange Theory, and then I think one or two others. And one of the questions they asked, one of the most poignant questions was, has this fitness program or your fitness program positively impacted or changed your life for the better? 35% of those recipients said yes, it has. They did the same survey for the same number of people for people that have done CrossFit. 85%, literally 85% said yes. That's in survey world.
That's a huge number. Yeah.
That's a huge number. I love that they did that, because when you look at the fitness business as an outsider, especially an investment guy, you're going, what's cool? Here's Barry's Boot Camp. I know they have 300 locations, or 3,000 locations, and I know they on average they have 250 people or 400 people that are coming, and they're paying X amount of dollars, and here's their churn rate. That's how they evaluate the business, and how do they keep it? Here's their marketing spend. Here, CrossFit, you can't look at affiliates like that.
Yeah.
No.
And hey, and we can open up more if we spend $500,000 per affiliate. We put it, or per franchise location, we put this amount of equipment in. You put this in, and then you install 2 managers. And you get a morning manager and night. That's how they look at the fitness world. And I'm glad that Berkshire is looking at this from a different lens.
Yeah.
From more of a satisfaction, life-changing event, curing chronic disease lens.
Yeah.
Because that's where CrossFit is going to win at the end of the day. So Nike announced, by the way, did you see the Nike announcement?
No, what did they say?
Yeah, Nike's launching a boutique fitness gyms, and their first 4 are going to be in LA, which is no surprise.
Yeah, shocker.
Yeah,
in their press statement, it said they are going to be forging community.
No.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh my God.
our legal department will be all over them.
Forging community.
All right.
Which is, again, you go back to Nicole Carroll's statement, like, community is not something you build. Community is something that happens as a result of the effort,
It's a
hard work.
byproduct, right? It's a byproduct.
You join a gym for fitness, and then the extra credit is the community.
It's those sub communities, right?
Yeah,
it's
you join
within
a
your
gym
community
for fitness, and you stay because of community.
Yes. I look at those types of programs and look, and I said, good for them. Try it. Let's get more people in, because those people are the training grounds for CrossFit affiliates.
Yeah.
The people come in and do the Nike Fitness, then maybe graduate and feel confident enough.
Is that what they're
go
calling
CrossFit.
it? Nike Fitness?
I don't know what they're calling it. I called it that. Probably.
Wow.
Wonder if it's gonna be a franchise.
Let's so we got a little bit of time left, because I want to get you guys back in time for the Coliseum. The CrossFit Games experience overall for you, Zia.
I think this year's been amazing.
Yeah. On a rated versus the last 3 CrossFit Games.
This one's by far the best. I mean, just the energy. I think this time, I don't know if it's because it's the last time here, there's been so many more affiliates here. John said yesterday in the talk, 10% of affiliates worldwide attended.
Yes. That's 1,100 plus affiliates signed up to be part of the affiliate lounge. That's 3 times more than last year.
Yeah,
that's a really good sign.
I mean, and there's been so much HQ staff that we've been able to talk to and been just hanging out everywhere.
That's a good point.
They're not hiding in a box. They're not doing their,
You know what?
they're in
That
the
is a good
stands,
point.
walking around,
I
waiting
hadn't
in
even thought
line
about
for
that.
food. They're everywhere. They're literally just an arm's length away for everybody to talk to, and just
I hadn't even thought about that, but that's at 100%.
Yeah.
Way more accessible.
yeah.
I felt bad for Don, and I even told him that, and a couple of other people, Nicole, I see her at the Best Hour of the Day podcast, and I see her up in the lounge, and I see
They're everywhere.
Daniel Chaffee all day long. He's in that freaking lounge.
Yep.
You're right. Way more accessible.
Just one big happy community.
Yeah. Jamie, games versus the last 3 years of the games. This one's
The last 3 versus, this one definitely.
Oh, that's cool.
This one definitely. I mean, I thought it was cool because I mean, we were here coaching, some of the age groups, and Yvonne was competing. And last year, it was all overlapped, and it felt like it was just too crammed.
Oh yeah,
There was just too much stuff going on. It was hard to kind of like walk around, be socialized, and network or interact with other people.
yeah. Just go back. Let me go back to that point real quick so that people understand that so in the past, the age groupers, their workouts overlapped a couple days with the
Individuals and the
Individuals.
teams.
Oh yeah, and the teams.
And
So
the teams.
they're kind of all intertwined. So you would go to one, you might miss another event, or it's back to back and it's exhausting. So you wouldn't go to one because you're going to the other. And then by the time you got to the last age groups, no one was going.
Well, and award ceremonies for the age groups was during one of the main events.
But
And
it
I
was in
remember,
the bar.
and I was like, "Where's award ceremonies?" And we're like running to see our athletes podium.
Yeah.
And this year they put the age groups first.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to end with, by the way, is rumors, because that's always the good stuff. but they put the age groups first and then the individual athletes, so it's easier to see it.
Yeah. And like last year, I wasn't able to participate and come, like being able to go up to the affiliate lounge with you guys and just kind of hear the state of CrossFit, and what's going on. Like that, to me personally, I think that is really important information, especially as like we continue to provide and move forward with what we're doing already. And last year, I felt like it was just a big disconnect.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think this year was a hit.
I really enjoyed them being separate.
Yes.
And I love the games, and I'm really sad it's Sunday, so you got some extra days out of it. So
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
With it being separate, that's a good lead into what's
The room.
possible.
Well, hang on one second. There's the last thing I wanted to add to that. I was talking to Matt this morning about the games, Matt Schindeldecker, and we're sitting here talking. I said, I just don't feel like every year there's a big seminal moment.
Yeah.
Of what that defines the games. It's powerful. It's through the workouts, and it's as a result of some cool workout. And last year, and everybody agreed, it was when Rebecca Fuselier was carrying the Husafeld Stones. It was even before that. It started when you watching these athletes collapse and they couldn't get those bags over the line. They're 10 feet away from the finish line.
It was so great.
Oh, it was unbelievable. It was a defining moment for the games. And then Rebecca Fuselier finished it off with her climb up the stairs. So you got that. And I'm thinking, they don't have one this year. And then sure enough, and I feel bad because he's
talking
injured.
about Krennikov?
Roman
Krennikov.
Unfortunately, it resulted in an injury, but oh my goodness.
And so what was the injury that he had?
He broke a bone in his foot.
And I guess he tore some ligaments also.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
he not just broke his foot, but he wrecked his foot.
So he literally was on his way to win. He was either first or second, for sure. He was going to second, but these workouts were in his favor at the end.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even the one that he couldn't
really full do 100%.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey Adler said he's going to need help. Jeffrey Adler had moved to first place. He goes, I'm still going to need help because Roman is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then Roman was injured, but he showed up for the workout, and which included double unders with a heavy rope. Couldn't put any weight on his ankle, and did double unders with a 1 foot
leg. Dude, the energy in the stadium was
my gosh.
like I can't even figure a way to like describe it.
I mean, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. It was just you just cheering for him. Like
it's the best way to put it right there.
Such a great guy.
And even if like in the
so
interview,
likable.
like the interview, they interviewed him first, and
Yeah.
I mean, he started breaking down, and then even Vikowski, who won the event, was breaking down. And like that's
he was like, Roman deserves to be up
only
here,
in
not me.
CrossFit. Only in CrossFit
Yeah,
do you have that kind of compassion for your competitor.
Yeah.
It was
crazy.
amazing.
That's the moment right there. Wow. And you don't want it to happen that way, but that is so CrossFit. And I know for the documentary, Roman probably was one of the focal points, so that's going to be a part of it,
Yeah.
which is really freaking cool.
Yeah.
We'll finish this. That's cool, and I agree. This experience out here in the RV park, even though Mayhem annoyed the shit out of me, I still love seeing all their people working out. What I did figure out, by the way, Rich Froning, Mayhem, he parked his huge, probably $120,000 boat out in the parking lot next to the workout area with his logo on it. And all weekend long, I was bitching about his boat. I did love, though, that Zia came over and said, yeah, here you are bitching about them working out, and we paid to come here to the games to watch people work out.
This is literally why we're all here. It's cool.
But anyway, he's got his boat out there. But I figured out why his boat's out there, because now he's got film and evidence that he is indeed using it for business.
Part of the business.
Yeah, so he can write that son of a bitch off.
Hey, he's playing the game.
Oh, so now I admire him even more. Damn it. Anyway, so the RV experience has been awesome this year. The 5K, including people do the 5K.
I love it.
The affiliate lounge was awesome. Every workout they did the Go Ruck thing with the affiliate people. That was a large crowd. So all of the fan stuff, and I forgot about, and I kind of take for granted the access to management. It was off the hook this year. You could talk to anybody
you want.
Yeah.
It was great.
Congratulations, Don Fall and Dave Castro and Adrian Bosman and your entire crews, because this is thumbs up from all of us. Finally, next year, Don admitted in the affiliate lounge that it would not be international next year, and I understand that.
It's stay in the U.S.
But it is the goal.
It is in the distant
cards
in the future, whether it be distance or near.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's at least 3 years off, because any place they move to next year, they got to stay there for a few years, really, to keep the cost down. Because once you get to a place, you kind of figure out you can leave your equipment there.
Yeah.
Right. So if you bring all your equipment to like they kept stuff stored here in Madison.
For a while.
You know.
He confirmed it wasn't in Madison, but he confirmed it would be U.S. this year.
Yeah.
So
my vote was Charlotte, but I'm now leaning toward Dallas.
Me too.
Now I'm going to reveal something here, and because she's already done it, is Zia is so convinced by her choice that she actually. Did you make the reservation? Yeah. She actually made a hotel reservation near the Dallas Convention Center, because the Dallas Convention Center was one of the people that had put in a bid to get the CrossFit Games. But that's brilliant, because you can cancel that.
I can cancel it if I'm not right. Fine. I'm banking on it being the same dates too, because I booked them for the same dates. So
Zia's already got a hotel reservation for next year.
If they're booked, then I'll.
Just
but
adjust.
I definitely made a reservation.
The only thing I'm really hoping is that they have a place for RVs.
It looked like they did on Google Earth. I got real
geeked out on it. Yeah, so. That's amazing.
But I could be wrong. But I was just, I think it's going to be in Dallas. I hope it is.
So on this podcast, we're calling Dallas, which is awesome. And what was the other? Do we have any other rumors that we were
age group?
Oh yeah. So that's okay. So age group. So here's and this is going around amongst the masters. This isn't anything new. We're not releasing anything new, I don't think. We believe that the age groups, which includes teens, will be pulled out from the games and held in a separate competition. Don't get mad, to get upset. I think it's actually a good thing.
I do too. I think that it could be a whole nother big event. People can only take so much time off, right?
Yeah.
Not all of us can
take the entire week.
I've been gone for nobody can leave for 10 days. But if it was another event, I think more people could spectate. Yeah. Also, with it being its own event, it could be 20 people instead of 10.
Age group. That's right.
And then one workout isn't such a detrimental thing. It could be more of an actual competition. And with all these games athletes aging up, it's a really big opportunity to get people known people in there to watch. I think it would be huge.
No, I agree. I mean, it's like, just even from the three events, the three different divisions, we got the age group, we've got the individuals, and then there's the teams.
Yeah.
I've been on a team for years, and it's like, for me personally, I think that it's a chance for affiliates to kind of come together and support a team, assuming it stays as an affiliate cup.
Well, which is what they did this year, which is
that's true. That's true.
It creates another event that affiliates can go to too, because affiliate owners like going to where their members are, and most of us have more members doing masters than we do the than doing the games.
Yeah.
The games are most of those athletes are in camps now. They're
Yeah.
outside of affiliates. And so now the games can dedicate its focus. The games crew, game staff can dedicate its focus to making that the Super Bowl and continue letting it go and become the beacon, for CrossFit, and the beacon for like telling the word of CrossFit through their commercials and publicity. But then now the Masters can become, and there are several successful competitions, the Masters Fitness Collective and
That's a good one.
the Legends, which is rumored to be the guys that might be taking over. The Legends is run an amazing competition for Masters. And so now the Masters got some dedicated, and if they partner with CrossFit, it'll be the CrossFit Games Legends or something. So
this is the hopes that they have their own specific event, so they
Yeah.
can
I think
be
they're
spotlighted.
outgrowing being the sideshow.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
deserve their own.
I-
They're outgrowing it.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's the way people should interpret it. It's not that CrossFit is banning it. It's that the CrossFit Masters are outgrowing it. And you saw it, on the internet with, the coverage. Everybody's upset about the coverage. They've outgrown it, and they deserve more, and they can get more if they're separate from the games.
I agree. I love it.
Oh, that's cool. All right, we're gonna put an end to this so we can go back. We want to watch that last event. What's cool about the leaderboard this year, guys? It can change. We don't know who the winner is.
It's been such a shamble.
can't
It's
wait.
all over the place.
All right,
All right,
so
guys.
Thank you.